We back, man. Something had happened earlier with my dang phone, man. So we here now. Let me make sure y'all can hear with my dang phone. Okay, I can hear very clear. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. Bear with me, y'all. I gotta do the same thing all over again, cause it messed up on me. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. All praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, if it wasn't for him, none of us would have gotten this truth, man. None of us. But he chose us. We didn't choose him. Yahweh Shem Shai really chose us. Like, we get to wake up and say, yo, man, we the people. And of course, the world is just sleep. But the elites, the ones that's orchestrating everything, they know, right? The last thing I gotta do, this is the last thing I'm gonna do real quick. It's just everything I had situated, I gotta get it all back. Right. So let's start it off. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability, man, feeding the hopeful elect, whoever they may be, right? And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered abroad four corners of the earth, in and out of congregations, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High increase you in the knowledge. Shalom to the wives and the single sisters that's trying to play their role, being loving and silent women. Lord willing, the Most High increase you to be believers of His word, right? And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. Now, what I was really going into earlier, what we about to actually, Lord willing, if the Most High allows us to get into it, we're gonna bring out the same thing because it's very, I'm actually break. Slipped up out of there. I'm like, man, I gotta do this lesson, you know. And this is not planned, you know, because I got another lesson I want to do through the Spirit. I got another lesson I want to do through the Spirit, but this one came to mind first, man. This Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, and I'm gonna read it since I got the chance now, right? It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God." Right? So even wherever Israel is at right now, they're told that they are not the people, right? Especially in America, we're told we not the people. right? Who orchestrated this place? Of course, the European man, Amalek, and the Zionists, right? They might want to keep a mouth shut on it, but we already know, man, they in cahoots, right? So we in the land, especially America, right? When we talk about like the 12 tribes, that chart is is an indication for the children that are in America, right? Those are what they are called in America, right? And in this place, we are considered not the people. But when all the chaos is happening, when you have Black Hebrew Israelites strike again, or Black Hebrew Israelites got hit by the Palestinians with a stick, or the Black Hebrew Israelites are in front of the Capitol building with sticks, or the Black Hebrew Israelites are in front of the White House, right? So it's coming a time where we actually are beginning to know who He is, right? And the enemies don't want to know that, right? And I can imagine how nature and the systems that be, right, animals, nature just in general, is happy that the children of the Lord, especially the men, like women, y'all play the role as being a wife. That's your number one role, being a wife and a mother. This whole thing is about men, right? Don't get your bundles in a bunch, right? It's all about men. When you think of war, you think of men, right? Because that's what the truth is really about: war, spiritual warfare, right? And the man, technically, if he's connected to Yahweh Shema Shai, he's going to be more in the spirit than a woman, right? And this is why it's very important that men wake up, right? Because we need you. We need you to go out on these highways and byways and actually teach the word, right? Teach against this place that don't want that news to go out.
Line in. Please say a command.
Salaki. All right. Let me just park my car real quick for the movement. So now that I'm comfy right now for this quick second, I'm gonna just go to this precept real quick in Romans chapter 9. And they basically gonna reference the same thing, right? So this is Romans chapter 9, and I think I'm gonna start at 25. It says, and he saith also in Hosea, right? I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place, wait, hold on, let me start at 24. Let me start at 23. It says, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, right? So who do we have mercy on? Which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, right? And we would go into 2 Maccabees, the 6th chapter, right? And even the 4th chapter, understanding when the Hellenization, or when Israel got Hellenized, they picked up Greek culture, customs, and language. So they had to be done away with their laws and their culture, right? And become Gentiles, right? Become Greeks. It says, as he saith also in Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved, right? You got lo and me, and lo ruhama, right? One means no mercy, one means not my people, right? And you have to know Israel was considered at a point in time not the people of the Lord, because if you was the people of the Lord, you will reflect on what the Lord told you to do. But we move like the heathen, right? Verse 26, it says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God, right? And we got to know in the Greek captivity, right, you couldn't even call yourself a Jew. But in certain events that happened, they knew who the Jews was. When we look at 2 Maccabees, the 7th chapter, eventually And they got it in their thick head, yo, these is the children of Yahweh Shema Shai. They, man, what? Let's get one little account, right? This is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. I'm gonna start at 30. It says, while she was yet speaking these words, and the young man said, whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. And thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shalt not escape the hands of the Most High. So you got to know, in this Greek captivity, in every captivity, Israel, it was always a remnant that actually knew who they was, right? We're gonna keep reading on that, but I just want to get this other little verse real quick. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. Except Yahweh Shemashai of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom and Gomorrah, and we should have been like we would have been as Sodom, and we should have been like Gomorrah, right? These was like the two popular cities in the 5 cities that got destroyed in the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah got wiped, right? And the Lord said, except Yahweh Shemashai of hosts had left us a very small remnant. In each captivity that got through, the skins of their teeth, like 1 million escaped from the Roman persecution. The Lord always left a remnant. He could have wiped out Israel from a child all the way to, it's easy. He did it before, he could do it again, right? But the Lord, through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai, the Lord, he always say, actually, we'll just go to it in Romans, the 9th chapter. Right, I had another precept, another verse I wanted to go to. Oh, yeah, I know where I want to go. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 15. Let's start at 13. It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? God forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. So the Lord is showing compassion right now, because whoever the hell is waking up, right? That's the Lord already showing compassion, because you getting in this truth, right? 1 Peter 1 and 12. And I thank Hamashiach Yahweh our Lord, who have enabled me, for that he counted me faithful, putting me into the ministry. That's why you want to examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. You want to always examine yourself. Right now, it's what they say, this is the time of Christmas. Tease the season. Man, this is the season to be an Israelite. This is the season to watch what the hell is going on in the world, right? Because Israel is waking up out of every place, right? Let me read this. Let me just continue reading. Verse 32, for we suffer because of our sins, and though the living God be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. Slowly through the works, you could tell that the Lord is being at one with his servants, because the Lord said he would do nothing but reveal his secrets to the prophets. And I could damn sure go into these highways and byways, and I see the men of the Lord teaching. And I'm not even just putting myself. I'm talking about, I'm seeing the men of the Lord daily go to the highways and byways and teach the downfall of this place and trying to build the tabernacles of David. Right? 34, but thou, O godless man, and of all other most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hand against the servants of the Most High God. And this is what they doing through the Spirit. Now, some of us might not know it, because guess what? We're still fucking asleep. Let's get that. We can't blood it out, right? Romans, the 13th chapter, verse 11, in that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake up out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Now when you hearing, right? Let's stop that. right? Because the nations is not going to escape the judgment that's going to come to Yahweh Shemal Shai. That's why we got to constantly keep our foot on the gas. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves." Right? Technically, the Lord is gonna either have you find out who you is through a video, through another person, you walking, right? You watching a commercial, you seeing something in the news. Eventually, this like it's gonna be unavoidable, right? You got celebrities talking about it, porn stars talking about it, nonchalant people. You got crackheads, you got Edomites. They're all talking about that good news that's filling the earth. The children of Israel was wakening up. Is a huge awakening. That's what it is. In this land, they're saying we not the people. Then excuse my language, who the fuck is the people? Right? I keep getting so many precepts here and here. Dang. This is Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor." Right? And this is what the men of the Lord doing now. They're standing up with great boldness, being all stern men like Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, being rough, being raw, being harsh. Right? They're not sparing anybody. Right? And you can see that through all different congregations, even though some people be slipping in the mouth on what they bringing out. Right? So I'm going to say the brothers I labor with, and of course, who the Lord allowed to make that foundation from that one west when the split grew out, Elder Tahara on down, man. The apostle and the elder is doing a tremendous job, right? I don't know what everybody else is doing, right? I'm just observing who I'm observing, but the hopeful elect, I know that they are in and out of these congregations, right? The ones that's sincere, the ones that's gonna take accountability that they was speaking falsely or speaking incorrectly, or they was messing up, right? And then they gonna come into the true understanding, right, when these prophecies come out, right? Or when they are fulfilled, they're gonna start correcting, like, yo, I did teach this, and hey, I had to touch up because I was cussing and yelling at people, right? Even though you still being harsh, but at the end of the day, I can't force the Lord's hand. I can't just because I see a so-called Israelite come hear the word, I'm trying to force it. We already know that in let me get that. You gotta understand. Hold on. You gotta understand that the Lord's sheep is already there through the Spirit. The Lord chose us, man. We didn't choose him, right? Let me get this verse that I want. It's like every time I say one verse, another one, right? What was it that I want? Okay, I want 10. This is St. John chapter 10. Wait, first I'm gonna bring this part out, right? This is St. John chapter 10 in verse 2. It says, "But he that entereth by the door is the shepherd of the sheep," right? So the shepherd should constantly be doing the work because the Lord is using you to teach this truth, so that eventually somebody with an open ear is gonna be like, yo, I am the people. And right there and then they're gonna know in this land that they are the people, right? Verse 3, "To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name and leadeth them out," right? The shepherd is saying, yo, Israel, Yasharello, come hear the word, right? We got to get ready. We got to prepare, right? And the sheep is going to hear that voice, right? Verse 4, "And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice," right? And guess what? The Lord is speaking through his servants. Yes, we have that voice, but they speak. What is the voice of the Lord? His words, right? "Thus saith the Lord," right? What does Yahweh Bashim Shai say? It says, verse 5, it says, "And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers." right? And that's what sheep, they're gonna avoid the strangers. Then you'll have some brothers that been occupied with itchy ears and they've been cleaving to these strangers, and then eventually the Lord will increase them and they might leave that stranger and actually go to the true shepherd, right? The Lord is playing chess and we're playing checkers, right? To jump down to verse 25. So Lucky. To verse 25, Yahushai answered them. Yahushua answered them, I told you, ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. So if you not believing anything a brother is bringing out, right, you are not a sheep. And just because you say, oh yeah, I believe in that, but you're not applying it, right? You're not occupied in what you just heard, you still might not be a sheep. Because a sheep, as soon as they hear a shepherd's voice, it don't keep moving the other way. It turns this way. Now we have a sheep that can be lost and they might not hear. And what a man does, he leaves his 99, what we see in the gospel, and go look for that one. Soon as the sheep, hey, then the sheep start looking, and eventually he grabs it and takes it where it's at. And the sheep stay occupied in this area unless that gate get open again and it's not occupied. You, especially the shepherds, they have to always observe the sheep, right? And we have to observe and know it's some false teaching out here, right? It's some feel good, it's some teaching that can get you popular, right? But we need the teaching that's of Yahweh Shemashai that's going to draw the flock. Right, verse 27, it says, my sheep hear my voice and I know them, they follow me. Right, it's going to be easy for the sheep to follow Yahweh Shemashai. They're going to follow Yahweh Shemashai without no complaint. Right, they're not going to look, this is boring, I'm doing the same precepts. Right, they're going to have an enjoyment on doing this, but they're working even more so that time will come where they ain't got to teach no more. The elect, they want to teach so that they can usher in the elect and do the work of Yahweh Shemashai and make him happy, right? Because the elect is going to be occupied. They're going to be like, man, if I don't do a video, I'm making the Lord unhappy and I'm not even, I'm unworthy, right? So they're going to be occupied, right? The ones that's not the true shepherds is going to choose when they feel like they want to feed the flock, right? You want to make sure you make no tarry from doing the work of Yahweh Shemal Shai. Let me see if I can get that through the spirit, right? Okay, this is Sirach, the 5th chapter, verse 7. It says, make no tearing to turn to Yahweh Shemal Shai, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Shemal Shai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Right? Want to rebuke the spirit in the mind. Call lo Yahweh Shemar Shai, call lo Yahweh Shemar Shai, rebuke in the name of Yahweh Shemar Shai, call lo Yahweh Shemar Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahushai, right? Make no tearing to turn to Yahweh Shemar Shai. So don't stop turning to the Lord. Don't take off weeks, days, months, year break. But we already know is man's going to the Lord. But when we go into these scriptures, you should be afflicted. Take accountability. Look, I took off and I shouldn't, right? I love hearing brothers rebuke themselves or rebuke a situation. Then it makes me want to rebuke. Like weeks ago, I squeezed the turkey. I mean, that's the main thing that I do, right? And I rebuke that spirit. It's just lust, right? It's not a lust that, oh, I want another girl, because I can go get me one right now. But I want a girl that's following this word. But it could be the lust of, oh, I'm craving this. Oh, I'm craving that. You got to rebuke these spirits out here, man. When you start doubting the truth, you want to rebuke those spirits. When you start getting lazy, you want to rebuke those spirits. When you start putting your wife before the ministry, if you have eyes to see, you're going to rebuke that spirit, right? You're going to try in some way to be the light in your house, right? Because you want to rebuke the spirit of knowing, I shouldn't be taking days, weeks, months, and years off from doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shai. Do you see Yahweh Shai in the scriptures taking off from day to day doing the work of Yahweh Shema Shai? No, right? So don't put off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai come forth, and thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So the Lord is using us. We are his mouthpiece, right? Don't the Lord says, cry aloud, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, right? We got to tell every Israelite, right? We got to get into this thing. Let alone you saying Yahweh Shema Shai, you got to let them know Yahweh is the Lord's name in Paleo Hebrew and ancient Hebrew in our original tongue, which means is he to be or he exists. And then you have Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who is he redeems or he is to save. Basically, he is the savior, right? So we are supposed to be out here calling on the name of the Lord, bringing out truth to the hopeful elect. Isaiah 58 verse 1 and 2nd Ezra chapter 1 verse 5. They go hand in hand. It says, cry aloud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins, right? Because we can't show the nation their sins. We have to show Israel first because the law was given to them. The nations is sinning because they're natural at sinning, let alone the wicked. When they get out that karuchi, they already go astray. But Israel was given the law as a gift, right? And we're being disobedient to Yahweh Shema Shai. So we have to cry aloud. We have to use that mouthpiece. You know, a lot of us got the gift of gab. We smooth. We know how to bag these women. Hey, be smooth and teach and usher in the hopeful elect, right? Calling on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, right? The charagma is at the door, baby. That mark is here. We got to usher, man. Man, yo, use that mouthpiece. If you know how to use that mouthpiece, open up your damn mouth. We got to get it right and get it tight. Lord willing, you know, this was edifying to the hopeful elect, whoever you may be, right? But I'm going to read this right here, and then I'm going to close out, because we still in the time of we're in the time of Hanukkah, and the spirit is flowing, right? So I'm going to just read this, right? And it's a beautiful time we in right now where we can say that we're Israelites, right? This is 2nd Maccabees chapter 6, and I'm going to start at the top. Verse 1, it says, not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and to not to live after the laws of the Most High. So it's a beautiful thing. These ancient nations told us to leave our laws. So for us to be in this Americas, this wicked kingdom in four corners of the earth, to come back to the Lord and say who we are, verse 2, and to pollute also the temple of Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympus, and that in Garizim of Jupiter, defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place. The coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling of the Gentiles, who daddled with harlots and had to do with the women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that brought in things that were not lawful. And the altar was filled with profane things which the law forbidded, and neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or the ancient feasts. So we should be praising Yahweh Shema Shai, being thankful that the Lord is allowing us to actually be able to call ourselves Jews, even though we still get persecuted, right? You say you're a Hebrew Israelite. No, you're not. Or, oh, they're anti-Semitic. How can we be anti-Semitic if we come from Shem? Japhet is anti-Semitic. Hamites are anti-Semitic. We can't be. Esau, your ass can't be, right? Because you come from Shem, right? This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18. And everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High and Hamashiach Yahushai concerning you. Let alone, I read 1 Thessalonians, no, which one was it? No, 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 12, where the Lord enable you, put you in the ministry because he found you faithful. This is why we should be giving thanks that when we was in the Greek captivity, 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 6, it was neither lawful for us to keep the Sabbath or the feast days. And me and my family, my brothers, GMS and Great Millstone, right now we would be doing Hanukkah right now. And all praise to the Most High that we can actually rehearse it in some type of way, right? Let's keep on going. Verse 7. And it says, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. I'm a Jew from the tribe of Judah, Lord willing, right? Because I might be a Gadite, right? I don't care what tribe. Let me get in that door, right? Lord willing, like Psalms 84, verse 10, like David said, man, let me be a doorkeeper. Something, let me shine the pearl or something, Yahweh Shema Shai. But while I'm waiting on that, where me and my brothers, we gonna cry aloud as much as we can and tell the people, you are the Israelites, so-called Black, Latino, and Native man, regardless if you accept it or not. And if you accept it, what you gonna do about it? Right? Verse 7, it says, in the day of the king's birth, basically his birthday every month, they brought by bitter strength to eat of the sacrifice. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus and carry ivy, right? We're here right now where we can say no to eating abominations and unclean food, right? Verse 8, it says, moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices, right? We can literally say no to all the sacrifices and all the ways of the heathen in this captivity. Any nigga doing it now, you fail, nigga. You cleave into the way of this world. In Greek, they was killing your bitch ass. We don't have free will. The Lord made this captivity is more adjustable that we can still do what we got to do for Yahweh Shem Shai. Our forefathers paved the way where we were going into war. We don't have a military. We don't. Black Panther fail. That Farrakhan Islam, that shit fail, right? The Lord is going to give us that power. We're going to become hunters, and we're going to really, right now, it's just all about teaching. Teach the word, teach the word, teach the word. If you're not doing the work, you don't even deserve to freaking eat. Where is it? This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. So if you ain't working for Yahweh Shem Shai, you don't deserve to eat. Mark 3:35, whoever do the will of my Father is my brother, mother, or sister. So if you don't do the will of Yahweh Shem Shai, you do not deserve to eat, young man, young woman, right? And the time that we in right now is the time to crack down, right? Put more order in your house. Put more order in yourself. Examine yourself as much as you can, right? Just like how my video, I know who wrote the comment, right? Said, yo, your hat is on your head. See, I follow Great Millstone, and we don't wear hats when we bringing out this word or hearing it. Sometimes I do make a mistake. Sometimes I am hearing the word with a hat, especially at work when it's mad at the owners and stuff, and I'm not trying to hear nobody. I got my earphones on. But in most cases, I had to hear that, and I took my hat off and I deleted the video. But I wanted to do it, and sometimes that lesson might leave you, and then you come back and do another one. Yeah, my aunt be like, man, yo, when you get a chance, just get back in there. He always say, if you mess up, just get back in there. Sometimes you can get back in there and it can become even fire. That's what even my wife said. She said, man, you go back in there, it might even hit even harder, right? So all the water Yahweh Shema Shai for allowing us to get back in there, man. We need to actually really exalt Yahweh Shema Shai, because he got us in this land, and now it's being spoken TikTok, Instagram, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, in the community, in the celebrity community. Israel is being talked about, man. We the talk of the town, man. You got WFI getting talked about, but they're not even saying them. They saying Black Hebrew Israelites. A woman ran into the One West ISUBK building, right? They saying the Black Hebrew Israelites, right? We getting spoken up out here, man. The hating, they calling this a hating cult Black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, I'm that, right? I'm all of that, right? It's a beautiful thing, because before, niggas, bitches, hoes, sluts. Niggas, bitches, hoes, sluts. Niggas, bitches, hoes, sluts. Gangsters, hoes, slut. That's all you was hearing. All praises for the 1960s, even though it was 1969, but I'm gonna just say 1960 because the Lord was working in the spirit some type of way for us to make it to that 1969 for the truth to actually come into play, man. Right? This is Hosea again, chapter 1, verse 10. It says, "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea," right? And it's more of us. We are four corners of the earth, which cannot be measured nor numbered. So yes, whatever is in America, we can calculate, but when you put us all together, four corners of the earth, we can't be numbered. Just like King David, he had a moment where he's like, man, number the children in each tribe, number them. We couldn't even number them. Man, what? It's so many of us. It says, "And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God," man. Wherever we was at, right? In the Greek captivity, they told you couldn't even say who you was, but Israel knew who they was. Then we get in the Roman captivity, a lot of Israel didn't even know who they was, but we started to grow and we started to know who we was, let alone Hamashiach Yahushua came into play. We came into America and they started beating the Toby out your ass. And then you started to grow, and now look where we at. We here. God did. It's only a few of us, man. There's only a few laborers in this thing. And I'm talking about the men. The wives that's in there, most of it is because the Lord might see that you're wise above a lot of women. And it's because the Lord was bringing you in so you can be under protection, under a covering of a man, right? Because you might have children, and the Lord might have wanted you to be a man that can be a father to your children that might be fatherless, right? If them kids don't got a father that's in the truth, they fatherless. Even if they do say they father, how I'm looking at it in the spirit, because we supposed to be with your whole house should be covered and led by a man of the Lord. So if your children, say if you in the truth and your children, guess what? And you not with him, and they always, guess what? He not a man of the Lord, man. Right? So yes, that's their father in this world. He's he's a human creator. That's all he here for, right? But then a man of the Lord come in your life, right? He's the real father of them kids, man. Right? When them kids start listening, now they calling themselves Israelites. They come to their father's house. He's like, "Oh, I got bologna sandwich for you." "Nah, Dad, I can't eat pork." Now your father's like, "Wait, hold on. No, my kids got it." And then now he coming against you like, "No, look, my kids don't eat pork. Is it okay? Just they don't want to eat pork. They want to eat lamb or chicken. Just give them chicken." "Oh man, but I eat pork over here." Man, you're not just getting only pork. And now it's becoming but now the spirit is hitting him. He's getting conflicted. But at the end of the day, your kids is going to be under that man that's serving the Lord, man. Right? So guess what? That's going to be their father. So when you get a man that's actually serving Yahweh Shema Shai, or you getting the leader that you're following, take cleave and run that mile. Don't go nowhere else. However that man runs his house, you should do it, sis. Right? If you following a teacher and you don't got a husband, how he say, women, y'all shouldn't even be out in the street. Hey, women, if you got to work, get your grocery, come home. Right? You want to have fun, you go do that. But the more you grow in the spirit, most women are going to be keepers at the house. Oh, women are not going to worry about saying I'm bored, because you got kids. You can go sew. You could just be a woman in your damn house, because when you leave that house, you are under attack. Niggas want that booty. You tell them you married, niggas don't care. You got a husband, so I'd treat you better than him. Right? Women, you are under attack sexually. Niggas verbally will abuse you, or niggas would just snatch you up. This is not a place for women to be outside, especially in Babylon. But of course, you're gonna handle your business. For men, we gonna be out here. We gonna be teaching. Yes, men might get hollered at. Oh well, that's what they was here for. There's a lot of women that's gotten heartache in their own household. That woman might not even know that she an Israelite, but that man can. Yo, the ministry is about the men. That's why, what I brought out in St. John, the men that actually go through that door, they are the shepherds of the sheep. So if you go through the door, which is a Mashiach Yahweh Shai, get your ass up and teach. You want your wife more in order, go and teach. The more you get yourself, you examine yourself, seeing that you in the faith, eventually your wife will get conflicted. Sometimes you might have to put up, yo, babe, we not having sex today or tomorrow, man. You got to get sometimes you might have to hold on. Then if she slip and go fuck someone, she just committed adultery. But when she really love you and you already putting it down on her, she can be like, oh, hell no, man. I can't have none. She gonna be like a damn crackhead. Eventually that woman she gonna act right. Some women is not. Some women just gonna love what you do. And she gonna be a woman, but she might not be one of those virtuous, righteous women, but she gonna be a woman. She cooking. She got the house clean and all of that, right? Give praises to Yahweh Shemal Shai that you in this thing, man. Right? So with that, man, I ain't gonna try to hold y'all too long. Like I said, the whole point was really Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, man. In the land that we are in right now, they saying that we not the people. And look where we at now. We in this land and we being told that we are the people. The truth is coming out, and right now the other nations is miserable. And that was a verse that I brought out in my other lesson, in the other live. So I'm gonna go back and bring it out in this one too. And this I'm gonna close out with this. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 31. It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Right? The nations that be, they laughed at our fall. Right? It says, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons, right? And Lord willing, Buffalo is going to be miserable. Everybody thinking the Bills is going to win a Super Bowl. Man, I hope they don't, right? And this is my city. I want the Bills to win. But when you start thinking of, man, I want the kingdom, I want this place to be miserable, man, right? But we know, I wish nobody could win the Super Bowl. I wish all hell break loose and then all NBA and NFL just get canceled so that this whole place can get miserable knowing that they losing out on money. Let a blackout happen like Egypt, man. This place is going to lose mad money, right? The Lord willing, it happens. Verse 33, it says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation, right? This place is going to grieve at the desolation of this place, right? When we go to Revelations 18, I said that was the last one. It's kind of hard, man. That's why this word is so addictive, man. It's addictive. Yeah, let's get it. This is Revelations chapter 18, verse 15. Revelation chapter 18, verse 15. Because you got to know, this place is going to be desolate and people are going to be miserable. So Revelation chapter 18, verse 15, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, in purple, right, which is that royalty, in scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, right, is America was delicate, right, with the people that's in there and the riches that it grew, right. 17, it says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, in every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? So people are going to be butthurt that their freaking delicate place is getting destroyed. And the hopeful elect is going to, we happy. We seeing it right now. Brothers is looking at the news. Hoo-hoo! Brothers can't wait for something to go on so they can make another video. And this is a good day. It's a good week, a good month, and a good year to be out here saying we are the children of the Most High. We are the Hebrew Israelites. Call Lord Yahweh Shemal Shai. Lord willing, this was edifying. If it wasn't, it's okay, man. We're going to get back in there and do it again. So with that, man, I'm going to say Yahweh Speed is your brother Dagobah with another one. Shalom.